Context. Shakespeare wrote under two monarchs, and his time is generally referred to as the Elizabethan era on account of Queen Elizabeth's influence and reign, or, as of 1603, the Jacobean era, with the arrival of James I to the throne. It was an era in which many believed in the great chain of being, a hierarchy with God at the top, man in the middle, and rocks and minerals at the bottom. The chain governs the universe, and to defy this hierarchy and attempt to rise above your place, as Macbeth does, is to break a universal law and destroy the natural order. As a play, Macbeth dramatises the consequences, with murder, confusion, and war poisoning all of Scotland so that darkness does the face of earth entomb. Macbeth, first performed in 1606, was written with one eye on satisfying the new king. There are seemingly a number of references to the Gunpowder Plot, a foiled attempt to assassinate King James and blow up the House of Lords, which took place on the now famous 5th of November 1605, remember. To commemorate the king's escape, a medal was made, and that medal features a snake concealed by flowers. It is not hard to see Lady Macbeth's words as a reference. There are other possible references throughout, though it is not certain that these lines were written after the plot. The conspiracy, treason, and betrayal at the heart of this play would certainly have resonated with the king. In 1597, James I had written and published a book called The Demonology, a work that included much on witches and the evil they represent. As King of Scotland, James had also written on the divine right of kings, a common, if not universally held belief that kings were appointed by God. Thus to defy the king is to defy the will of God. Again, as a play, Macbeth dramatises the horrendous consequences that arise from regicide. When the divine right, like the great chain, is destroyed, a chaotic storm of violence, suffering, and fear spreads from the micro to the macro, crumbling psyches and a crumbling nation. In seemingly advocating such traditional beliefs, there is plenty to make a king and an early 17th century Christian smile, and yet, as is so often the case with Shakespeare, while shaking hands with power, he ushers in a wealth of dangerous ideas on the side. This is a play in which man is unmanned and woman unbound. Life becomes not the gift of a Christian God, but a tale told by an idiot. Two kings are murdered, a warning perhaps against naivety on the one hand and oppression on the other. Order is ultimately restored, but that returning flame flickers only briefly, in a play otherwise marked by an all-consuming darkness.